This is Tisha Johnson. I am debriefing on Article 4, Unpacking Word Problems for Diverse Learners by Elizabeth Stevens and Sarah Powell. The summary of Article 4 is that the article shows that teachers face a very difficult challenges when coming up with differentiated instruction for diverse learners in their classroom. The article actually advises teachers to use a schema instruction where there are three types that include combined, which is a part whole total. Type 2 is compare, which is the difference between two different items. And number 3 is to change with the increase or decrease, which is join together or separate. By using the schema instruction with the diverse learner, with math, with it being so difficult to unpack word problems for disability students in special ed, or if you have students with other disabilities in your classroom, schema instruction is the most effective method provided instruction on the word problems that so many students have problems with unpacking. Schema instruction helps students understand the underlying structure of a word problem instead of the superficial understanding. By learning to solve word problems by schema, students can use this knowledge to transfer to novel word problems. Quote 1. Problem solving requires students to engage in a complex process of unpacking the word problem. Reflection on quote 1. Word problems can be challenging. So to unpack a word problem, this article gives us 5 different steps to help us unpack a word problem. Number 1, read the problem carefully, fully and carefully. Number 2, identify the most important versus extraordinarious information. All of the math numbers in the word problem needs to be highlighted or circled to be able to jump out at the student when they are trying to solve it. Number 3, identify the unknown information to be solved. I request that the students actually underline or highlight the question in the word problem when I'm actually substitute teaching, and also with my daughters. It actually gives them clarification of what that the word problem is asking them to find out. Number 4, choose a strategy appropriate for the problem type. You need to choose the math operation that best suits the problem to solve the problem. Number 5, solve the problem correctly. Quote 2. A sigma describes the structure of a word problem. Reflection on quote 2. Schema helps describe the word problem at a more foundational level. When teachers give schema instructions, teachers first teach a problem-solving strategy. Step 1, you read the problem. Step 2, you identify the problem type. Step 3, you organize your information in the word problem. Step 4, you identify the missing information that you're looking for. And step 5, you carry out a plan to solve for the missing information. Quote 3. Asking students to explain their thinking requires them to provide evidence or support for their math decision making. Reflection on quote 3. I feel like that when teachers follow up with schema specific questions that support students' reasoning about the missing information and gauge whether the students have a conceptual understanding of the word problem, it's actually helping the student grow in actually solving the word problem. As a teacher gives these students open-ended questions like, what information do you know? What is collected? What are you combining in this problem? What are the parts in the problem? How do you know that's the part? All of these questions are open-ended questions, and I think it's very essential that teachers question the students' thinking and find out their reasoning for how they're solving the word problem.